Welcome to Scarlett and Natalia Toys Review. We have a book called Celebrate Thanksgiving with turkey, family, and counting blessings. This is a book where holidays around the world. National Geographic Kids. Okay, let's begin. Celebrate Thanksgiving, holidays around the world. Family. A Texas farmer and his son harvest soybeans. Turkey. Counting blessings. In autumn, when fields are full and crops are ready, people all over the world give thanks for the harvest. In the United States, on the fourth Thursday in November, we celebrate Thanksgiving. We celebrate with turkey, family, and counting blessings. Here's a wild turkey in Florida. We hear about what we call the first Thanksgiving. In 1921, New English settlers in Plymouth, Massachusetts, celebrated a good harvest. They had survived a difficult year with the help of Wampanoag Indians who lived there already. The Wampanoag had been having festivals of thanks for many years. So when they heard the English celebrating, they killed 5 deer and brought them to the harvest festival to share. At a reenactment at Plymouth Plantation, English settlers welcome Wampanoag Indians to their celebration. We hear about the first Thanksgiving. A cornucopia of squash, vegetables, and nuts. And here we have Felicity Duran performs Thanksgiving songs with her classmates in Hobbs, New Mexico. They feasted on venison, roast duck, geese, clams, lobster, oysters, fish, Indian corn, dried berries, and stewed pumpkin. We don't know for sure if they ate wild turkey. We know they did not have cranberry sauce, potatoes, pumpkin pie, or apple pie. All of that came later. For 3 days, the 52 pilgrims, as they came to be called, and 90 Indians played games and sports, sang and danced, and they feasted. That was for 3 days they did that. Here we have Wampanoag feasts at Plymouth Plantation. And here we have a man throws 2 hatchets at the Thanksgiving festival at Berkeley Plantation. The event marks the Thanksgiving Day held in Virginia, 1619, which was actually the first Thanksgiving observed by English settlers in America. They feasted. Over here, dogs eat too at Plymouth. Here's a dog being fed at a Thanksgiving. Okay. Some Indians mourn Some have ceremonies of thanks. The history of what happened between European settlers and Native Americans in our country is a sad one. In Plymouth, a few years after the feast, there was a war between the settlers and the Indians. Many of the Wampanoag were killed. All over our country, there were battles, and the native Indians were forced from their land. Today, some Indians mourn on Thanksgiving. Others feast on turkey and cranberry sauce with their families. Still others have special ceremonies of thanks, as they have done for thousands of years. This is Andres Araiza plays a praise at the statue of Massasoit in Plymouth, Massachusetts, on the annual day of mourning held on Thanksgiving. That's praying right there. And over here we have Ashley Matt does a shawl dance during a Native American Thanksgiving meal served to the elementary school children in Kalispell, Montana. Some Indians mourn, some have ceremonies of thanks. We all celebrate on the same day. Happy Thanksgiving. After the feast in 1621, Thanksgiving was not a regular celebration. We owe Thanksgiving, as we know it today, to a writer and editor named Sarah Josepha Hale. Sarah Josepha Hale thought all Americans should celebrate Thanksgiving Day at the same time every year. She wrote to every president for more than 20 years. Finally, Abraham Lincoln declared a national day of Thanksgiving in 1863. Now, every year, we all celebrate on the same day. This is the Thanksgiving Proclamation that President Lincoln issued on October 2nd, 1863. It created a national Thanksgiving holiday. This is it right there. And over here, every year, the President of the United States grants an official pardon to a turkey who is then allowed to live the rest of its life on a farm instead of ending up as someone's Thanksgiving dinner. Happy Thanksgiving to that turkey who gets to enjoy the rest of his life. We all celebrate on the same day. We travel miles and miles. Today, Thanksgiving is a true national holiday. All over the United States, we travel to celebrate with our families. It is the biggest travel day of the year. We travel miles and miles to be with our grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. We drive, fly, take the train or the bus. A father and daughter arrive at the Los Angeles, California airport in time for Thanksgiving. We cook and prepare. Members of a family in Seattle, Washington check the Thanksgiving gravy. Here, Miriam Damaris takes a bite of pumpkin pie at her school Thanksgiving feast in Wheeling, West Virginia. And here, pumpkin, apple, and pecan pies baked for Thanksgiving. For days, we cook and prepare for the dinner. On Thanksgiving Day, we cover our tables with a cornucopia of foods. We eat turkey with stuffing, we eat cranberry sauce, cornbread, and mashed potatoes. For dessert, we have pies, pumpkin, sweet potato, apple, pecan. Some of our families have come from other countries. We add our own special flavors and foods to the feast. Most of us still have turkey, but when we make stuffing, we use flavors and spices from our countries. And with our turkey, we eat spring rolls, curry, black beans, and rice and pasta. This is in San Antonio, Texas. Rani, Pamaraju, and Kalapana Rajagopal serve a Thanksgiving meal that includes traditional dishes from India. And here, a woman prepares a Thanksgiving meal with Mexican flavor for new Latino immigrants in Los Angeles, California. We add our own special flavors. And over here, in Jacksonville, Florida, a family enjoys Thanksgiving dinner. We say a blessing. For some of us, Thanksgiving is a religious day. Back in the time of the Pilgrims, there were harvest festivals and there were separate religious days of Thanksgiving. Those days were solemn ones, filled with prayer and fasting, not feasting. Today we combine the two. We pray at special services, then we come home to feast. We say a blessing before our meal. And here we see the Cadenas family prays after an interfaith Thanksgiving service at San Antonio, Texas. We share our bounty. Thanksgiving is a time to think of others who have less than we do. We invite people to share our Thanksgiving meals. We serve food at soup kitchens. We collect food for the poor. We share our bounty. We also feed our soldiers who are fighting in wars away from home. This one here, in San Francisco, California, volunteers serve 7,000 Thanksgiving meals to homeless and poor people. Over here, Marie Schmidgall serves Thanksgiving meals to Varley Millspong and Mabel Pearsall at the annual Community Thanksgiving Dinner in Burlington, Iowa. We share our bounty. Petty Officer 3rd Class James Vanderlooy left, and Seaman Eduardo Rivera celebrate Thanksgiving while serving in the Iraq War. Happy Thanksgiving! We watch parades and football. We have other Thanksgiving traditions. We watch parades. Parades have been a part of Thanksgiving since the 1800s. In New York City, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade marks the day with marching bands, floats, and huge fun balloons. We also watch football all over the country. Sports fans celebrate by playing and watching football. The tradition of playing sports comes from old harvest festivals like the one in Plymouth, 1621. Here we have Emily Kinder and her cousin James Abla play football after their Thanksgiving feast in Salina, Kansas. And many parades have marching bands. This is a B-flat tuba. And here, this is the parade. Bart Simpson flies high on his skateboard at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. We feel full. At the end of Thanksgiving Day, we feel full. We feel full, thanks. We feel full of family. We feel full of blessings. And we feel full of food. And look over here in Burlington, Iowa. Kavia Morgan offers his friends Lakendra Applegate his pumpkin pie at their school Thanksgiving meal. More about Thanksgiving. Okay, here's a bunch of facts about Thanksgiving. This is a wonderful book for Thanksgiving, and here's a timeline of Thanksgiving. Here is a recipe. Harvest festivals around the world. Find out more. Here's a glossary. We have explanations of the different words. Thanksgiving, its meaning and traditions. And then we have picture credits from the book. And then we have the end of the book. We truly hope you have enjoyed this book. Lots of great information about celebrating Thanksgiving. This is the National Geographic Kids Celebrate Thanksgiving. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel. Please check out our other playlists. We have lots of videos where we read, and we have lots of fun videos on our channel. Please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. We wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving